Livelo was born with a link of two of the biggest banks here in Brazil. It's called the Banco do Brasil, Bank of Brazil, and Bradesco. So it began an expansion phase from 2017 on, and basically, after getting in contact with Mike Beadle, we were already applying all these ideas about enterprise Scrum and also subsumption architecture from 2017 on, and it's documented until mid 2019. So in 2018, Livelo was rated third most profitable company and the 13th company which most grew between the 1,000 biggest companies here in Brazil. Today, when you search for Livelo, Livelo is one of the biggest loyalty reward programs in Brazil, and the expansion phase was almost tripled the size of the company. I wanted to have a better reaction to change, because at that time, especially the market of the reward programs was not very good regulated. Uncertainties also in the market and with the competitors. They had one value stream, but the reality was more complex than this. So they had different customer segments. They had to attend the specific type of products and services. So they had to do everything in parallel and all at once. So it was very important for them in order to attend all this reality of the company. And also they wanted to get loose of their more hierarchical structure, also coming from the banks, linked banks. Yeah. Wanted to focus on people together with their products, but also people from their clients, users, and also people inside of the company, of the collaborators. And especially when we look at the people focus, so they could measure less hierarchy, more daily basis collaboration and better collaboration between all different type of knowledge layers, the functional silos, business, IT, and everybody needed collaborated more. They could measure also a better personal development, also people knowing more about other knowledge layers. It was structured in these functional silos, and people were not knowing a lot about the other knowledge domains needed in order to bring the value. Also could implement a celebration culture, celebrate about the outcomes and what they could deliver, value delivery, and also could create a better environment in types of facilities, better facilities, workplaces, less noise during the work, and also could implement a effective feedback culture. We have, for example, a best case here. We were asking people directly about their collaborators' experience, and there was someone from the software teams, for example, appointed some critical point about the manager, and the manager wanted the name of this collaborator. So we had a turning point. We said, okay, when we open the anonymity of this, we will break the trust system. It was the anonymity was kept, and this was very good for all the people. In almost all other domains, when we see the expected side, we could see also that we could attend more than expected. For example, we could have more scalability, better communication, velocity of communication, time to market. We could measure more productivity. The balance was very, very positive. How did we apply the subsumption architecture at Livelo? So let's remember also all these discussions about subsumption architecture has of course its origins from Rodney Brooks and with the robotics and so on, but also we were discussing a lot in the collaborators community and also in the enterprise Scrum community about subsumption. And Mike Beadle was telling us that subsumption is in the context of business agility, a collaboration of different knowledge layers together. We created tribes. So don't understand wrong. They didn't implement the Spotify model. They called it tribes, but actually the tribes would mean the business units. All these business units were attending one specific customer segment. For example, we had in the first configuration 5 business units, and for example, we had a business unit attending B2C customer segment, another business unit attending B2B customer segment, and also other business units attending other customer segments. After creating the stripes, we subsumed, we make the subsumption to all software teams that were loose until this point, loose in the company, attending loose demands. And then the software teams were subsumed inside of the business units in order to build and run the products and services needed for the specific customer segments inside of the business units. We subsumed all other structures like departments and all other structures which had interdependencies in order to create the value for the customer segment inside of the specific business unit. We also subsumed other structures. This meant in reality that people were delocated. They were working inside of their functional silos, for example, so they had to go out, work on a day by day basis inside of the tribe together with all the other knowledge layers. And in order to implement the subsumption architecture, we had to need some help. That's why we applied a thing called open information system in order to create this cycles of evolution of the tribes and all the other instances and canvases that we create. So we created the tribes, the business units, which included all the needed knowledge layers in order to make effective collaboration on day by day basis. And then the idea was to deliver value to the specific customer segment. And then after the value delivery, after the cycle, we asked feedback. We got feedback from customers, users in a direct and indirect way. And also, very important, we asked also feedback to the collaborators. Regarding all these feedbacks received as data inside of the open information system that we had, we could make adaptations for the next cycle. This could, for example, include or exclude some specific type of knowledge layer, people from some type of functional silos that had to be subsumed. For example, we could make some adaptation like this in order to be better, less interdependent, and had everybody there in order to be able to deliver all this value all at once to this customer segment. So in these tribes, we had all these people together, and the idea was that all at once and end to end, the value delivery had to be done inside of the tribes, not dependent of any other structures inside of the company, because they were subsumed inside of the tribe and all the other structures also. So we had in this tribe different knowledge layers, people from different functional silos inside of the tribe, people from business, products, development, security, fraud, marketing, finance, commercial, HR, everybody who was needed in order to bring this specific value to this customer segment inside of the business units. So we could cut these dependencies and work together on a daily basis, and not in the functional silos, but inside of a network, inside of a sense-making network for these people, because they knew for whom they were delivering with what type of value and what they were working on, and what their work would contribute to the satisfaction of this specific customers. In 2019, so almost 8 months later, also Priscilla Costa, she was the CFO of Livelo at that time. She was also presenting evolution of the Livelo case in 2019 at Agile Trends. Also, she's bringing the same system that we implemented from 2017 on. Also a more refined and more introduced system of this open information system with the Subsumption architecture. One of the biggest challenges that we had is to get to this collaborators experience, because who already saw the HBR article about the IBM case of the collaborators experience, we know from this case on that the collaborators experience has an impact of 2/3 on the customer experience. So we have to focus on the collaborators experience also. So we had this collaborators andon. The word andon comes from the lean management. Basically means that this traffic lights inside of one group or a team, indicating problems and things that should have a focus from the management side. So this is also a political question, right? What about this thinking about the sensor part, that in a more Tayloristic behavior would be maybe some managers making the sensing part and then telling to the collaborators more on the acting side. There's subsumption behavior and agile behavior. We could say that we could have to foster the sensing part of the collaborators. So we, for example, ask them, everybody who participated in the tribes and all the subsumed instances inside of the company, we make the collaborators unknown and asked actively all the people about problems, other feedback, purpose, mastery, and autonomy feedback also that the people would give. So this was actually after that input inside of the open information system. So the data that was available from the collaborators' experience was not like somebody else put this in order to act later, but the proper people would input all this data inside of the system. So it's very important. The collaborators and on. It's a challenge. It's also a political question. Like many years, the discussion is going on inside of the community, also with some many friends of mine discussing about the demos teams. Demos is for self-directed, self-managed, self-organized, and very important, the self-selected team. So for Mike Beadle, Scrum always meant this. If we see in the reality, many times we cannot guarantee this, and especially the self-selection of the team also has in reality many bugs, and it gets a political problem also to lead with the dependency. So in this subsumption architecture, the demos certainly is one of the critical points. All the people involved in the process, and also important to understand about resonant agility. Many times we ask about agility. Is this for everyone? Or only about with the software developers and so on. But the agility he believes in is that agility is resonant to the people. So it's a natural thing, and everybody should be able to connect himself inside of this open information system, inside of the subsumption, collaborate with his certain knowledge domain in order to be useful and helpful to attend the specific customer needs and deliver the value for this. So we can basically apply also for any context the resonant agility. It's also very important to understand. Some of the benefits we can see also in context of the changes. So as new people were entering also the instances, the tribes and all the other structures. When we, for example, look at the quotation of James Coplin, in the Scrum book, the rule of thumb, he says that every new person detracts from the effectiveness of everyone else in the team about 25% for the next 6 months. So we should expect chaos and lose of productivity and other indicators. But with the application of the subsumption architecture and the enterprise Scrum ideas, contrary to this, what was expected, we could see that the new coming people should rapidly integrate themselves inside of the system. And also we could see, for example, benefits. Contrary to James Coplin, we saw more alignment of people regarding vision plans. They also did less parallel work, could have more focus, be more open. Also, we could see more participation inside of the tribes, the business units, and less participation in the functional silos. Could see also people making less anonymous posts. With the time passing, have more confidence in the whole system, more collaboration between different types of peoples with different type of knowledge layers, and also have less cumulative roles and responsibilities. We could see that the system was a more natural way for people and got a good acceptance, and people could integrate themselves and into this sense-making network and also bring their active collaboration. Let's go back to these ideas about the collaborators unknown. Remember Mike Beadle talking about all hierarchy should be in subsumption. So what to do, for example, with the company level, the venture capital level, that as lack of some other options as an MVP, we just input the data from the collaborators unknown, the collaborators experience inside of the company canvas. So basically, first of all, we wanted the C-level, company level subsumption also to subsume and get the sensors about what were the experience of the collaborators inside of all these business units and all the other structures that we had subsumed. With these inputs, we could make effective and rapid rapid decisions of the C-level. For example, investment decisions in order to make a better experience for the collaborators. For example, new communication tools were bought in order to enable the telepresence of all these tribes and teams, because people were working in different states and even people working abroad. This investment was made as a subsumption. Existing structures were adjusted, facilities could get better in order to guarantee less noise. The people had more places, and all these things that they were pointed out inside of the collaborators undone could be included inside of this, for example, these investment decisions. Also, they created, for example, integration bodies in order to make a better integration of the new collaborators. Internal and external paid trainings about everything appointed also inside of the collaborators undons, business IT trainings, process framework, and also adjustments could made in the form of work in the framework. So it was also important to subsume as an MVP directly the company level directly to this as a subsumption also.